Hi guys, so there are so many videos on my list of videos to film, and in choosing what one was next, I decided Trading 212 portfolio update because, well, firstly, I haven't done one for like 9 months again, but secondly, because a lot is and has changed. So bear with me whilst I explain. First of all, when the new tax year started, I moved all of my investments from my invest account in Trading 212 to my ISA account in Trading 212. So for those of you that don't know, because I did have this question on my last video when I mentioned ISAs, ISA is just a tax wrapper in the UK. So essentially you don't pay tax on that. So I moved all of my investments into the ISA for this tax year. Because this is pretty much the last tax year that I will be able to take advantage of ISAs, because after that I'm moving my tax residency fully to Poland. So that's the first thing. So it will no longer be in 2 parts, which means also I'm not really going to be doing the comparison to the last one in terms of I've increased this position by this much, etc., because it would just get too confusing. So starting from scratch, if you will. But also I'm going to sell probably most of these investments in Trading 212, and I can't tell you the reason for it yet because well, I just can't. I will, so keep your eye peeled for a live update video. But yeah, I'm gonna have to sell most, if not all. I'm going to try and sell as little as I have to, but we'll see how things turn out. So big, huge news ish, more exciting for me probably than for you guys, but I just wanted to get in a Trading 212 update before I sell most of my positions here. So generally going forward, I'm going to be building my portfolio back up in the future, probably initially mostly on eToro. And the reason for that is going to be mostly to do with tax and things like that, and just the fact that living in Poland, they have like Polish tax advisors that help you when you have an account with them and stuff like that. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into my Trading 212 portfolio update, and then we'll see how much is left after this big stuff happens. So let's kick off. Okay, so as you can see here, I have 6,600 in my portfolio, and it's showing a return of 0.95%. So that's a lot lower, firstly, than I checked a few days ago, and secondly, to my update 9 months ago, where I was talking about being happy that it was still showing like a 10% increase despite the market downturn, because I've been investing for a while. Now, I want to just quickly pause on that because I moved from my invest account to my ISA, this percentage increase is artificially inflated. So essentially, even if I was showing a plus 50% increase, let's just use a big number for comparison's sake. If I was showing a 50% increase on a stock in my invest account, once I sold that at plus 50%, moved my money to the ISA and repurchased, it means it's now showing 0%, for example, if it stayed the same price instead of plus 50, or if it moved down and it would have been showing plus 30% on my invest account, it's now showing minus 20% on my ISA. Hopefully that makes sense. So this figure is a lot lower, if you will, to the real figure, but never mind. So let's have a look generally at what I have in here and how it's doing. So the first one is AbbVie. So I have 0.55 shares here, £68 in general, and it's up 81% still. So huge number percentage-wise, but only £30 in terms of money. Google next, so 1.747 shares here, which is £194, plus 22.23% currently, which is about a £35 increase. Then we've got Apple, so £109 in Apple currently, which is 0.75 shares. Up 52% on Apple, which is pretty good, which is about a £37.37 increase. AT&T, unfortunately, still hasn't recovered, so you can see here, huge downturn, pretty much what feels like forever. So £10 currently is the value of my investment, which is just under one share, so 0.85. Minus 43.95%, which is minus £8. Next, we've got Comcast. So here we've got two shares, which is worth £76.81, which is plus 11.8%, which is about £8 gain. Dover next, still only 0.26 shares, which is £30, and it's up 21.5% currently, so only about £5. And Viva, my big disappointment, currently one share, worth £6, which is down 81%, almost 81%, which is about £27 loss on this one. Royal Mail, once again, currently not performing too well, but I still see this as firstly long-term and secondly more of a dividend stock than anything else. But currently 24.38 shares, so I was adding a bit to this one whilst it's down. So £61 in total, currently minus 19.8%, which is about a £15 loss. iShares FTSE 100 next, so up 11.7%, so plus £23, which puts me at £223, which is equivalent to 30.5 shares. iShares electric vehicles next, so currently up 5% on this one, 5.28%, which is £12.60 profit, which puts me at £252, which is equal to about 43.3 shares. Physical gold next, so £17.4, up 2.47%, which is about 42 pence for me, currently 0.59 shares. Physical silver, I got a notification today on Trading 212 that physical silver fell 5% today, which is a huge drop in one day, but currently down 18%, 19 almost, which is a £31 loss. About £136, which is 8 shares, 8.1 shares. For me, the physical silver and physical gold are pretty much in there only to help when the stock market falls, because generally precious metals go up when the stock market goes down. Generally, not always. Johnson & Johnson next, one of my favorites, currently up 9%, so not too bad, but as you can see, it has dropped recently. £585 in this one, so about £48 in profits, and currently have 4.5 shares. Microsoft next, so I have 0.29 shares in Microsoft, which puts me at about £78 at the moment, which is plus £28 profit for me, which is about a 56% gain. National Grid, currently down £30 almost on this one, which is only about 2.28% reduction. But they did pay me a huge dividend recently, and I think it usually goes down when a dividend is paid. So currently £1,272 in National Grid, which is about 136.7 shares. Realty income, that is a huge drop, as you can see there. I haven't really had the time to look into what's happened there, but I'm sure I could find out if I really wanted to. But it's about 15% down at the moment, which for me is quite a bit, in terms of money, so that's £263 down, which puts me at £1,500 in total currently, which is about 37 shares. Shell next. Shell is performing quite well. So we've got £507 in this one currently, which is equal to 19.65 shares. Currently up just under 6%, which is about a £28.62 increase. Starbucks, last time I looked, was up. Currently it's down 157 almost pounds in this one, which is about 2 shares. Currently down 1.7%, which is about £2.70. Tesla performing very well at the moment. So £138 I have currently in here, which is plus £58 profit for me, which is about 72.5% up. But I only have 0.66 shares in this one. S&P 500, so £155 in this one, 2.3 shares, current up 9.5%, which is about £13.50. And that was the distribution one that's held in dollars. And then the one that's held in pounds, as you can see here, there's no FX rate on this one. FX impact, we've got £1,016 in this one, 15.18 shares, which is about £106.70 profit, so up 11.7%. And that is it. You can see here, that was the last position. So in terms of allocation, you can see here, my top one is Realty Income, followed by National Grid, then Vanguard, S&P, then Johnson & Johnson and Shell. And then the rest are all fairly small. So that's pretty much what it's looking like at the moment. Like I said, not sure how it's going to look going forward, but of course I will keep you updated on how that goes, on what's happening, how it's happening, and everything else. So thank you so much for watching. That's it for today. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.